Oh, hi there. Welcome back, everybody. I have a special treat for you all. I went ahead this spring season and watched every ongoing anime released out there. As such, I created this list and am sharing with you the most anime titles with the greatest potential this season. Spoiler alert, Mid-Slayer isn't on this list. This might be controversial for some of you. Please try not to take offense to that. But that is why for today we will be talking about the top 10 spring anime with the most potential that you need to add to your watch list immediately. But before we dive into the video, I would like you to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't yet already, and see that tiny little bell icon, that teeny tiny little bell icon under the video? Yeah, that one. Press it as hard as you can for me. Or if you want, you can be gentle. It likes that too. If you want to be notified about all our latest new content and latest videos. And without further ado, let's get into the list. So starting off our list at number 10, we have an Isekai, Dead Mount's Death Play, with a classic showdown between the legendary hero and the corpse god, just to start off the show. But when the hero lands a fatal blow on the CGI spider, something doesn't feel right. Rather than seeing the result of his attack, he realizes that he was transported to another world. Who would have thought a typical fantasy fight would end up like this? After waking up, the main character feels it difficult to speak. I mean, bro, do you not realize that you literally have a slit throat? So, not to mention, the boy he was reborn in has some pretty problematic stuff going on in his life, and our main character now has to handle all that crap on his own. Well, considering that it's new, you're gonna have to figure that out for yourself. Putting the CGI spider aside though, the show looks decent in terms of animation. Don't expect groundbreaking things from this show, and you might actually like it. Next at number 9, there are Insomniacs After School. It all started with the death of one of the astronomy club's members. From this, the rumored ghost of the club came to life, making the observatory of the club a haunted place. When the grumpy insomniac Nakami enters the lab, he stumbles across the moderately rebellious yet easygoing Isaki Magari. This scares the crap out of her, and she tries to escape from the scene, only to have a broken door prevent that, forcing the two inside. But surprisingly, the two forge an unlikely friendship, leading them to use the observatory as a safe space for them to interact. Being a gentle slice of life, this show is giving me positive vibes. The animation and voice acting are pretty decent. Keep watching, and this may surprise you. Next up at number 8, we have My Home Hero. Whereas the previous show was emitting positive vibes, this one is literally the polar opposite of that. The show revolves around Tetsuo, an ordinary salaryman, who, one day, discovers his daughter, Reika, has been physically abused by her scumbag boyfriend. Trying to learn more about him, Tetsuo uncovers the scumbag's scheme to extort money from Reika's wealthy grandparents. He also finds out that he is a member of a crime syndicate, with a history of murdering his former girlfriends. Filled with absolute rage and fear, Tetsuo ends up killing that piece of shit, and with the help of his wife, he successfully disposes of the body. Now, as the members of the syndicate begin to question the sudden disappearance of their member, Tetsuo has to save himself and his family. This story is actually really depressing, because the daughter still thinks of her boyfriend as a good guy, unknowing of his real identity. The show is bone-chilling, suspense thriller that in no way you want to miss. Up next at number 7, we got Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury Season 2. From the main characters to the setting of the story, this series tries to do a lot of different things to make this old franchise relevant to the modern day. The first season of Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, focuses mainly on its character's school life. And this time, Suletta Mercury, who transferred from Mercury into the Astacasia School of Technology, has lived a school life filled with meetings and excitement. As Mirroring Rembrandt's groom and a member of Gundam Inc., 2 weeks have passed since the incident of Season 1, and Mercury spends her days at the school looking forward to seeing Mirroring again. Mirroring, on the other hand, is at the headquarters of the Venerates group, monitoring her father's condition. The two girls are faced with new difficulties and decisions that must be made. With their own feelings in their hearts, the girls confront the powerful curse brought about by the Gundam. What happens next is what the new season is all about. While it wasn't a mind-blowing experience, the first season of Gundam The Witch from Mercury was still quite a decent anime to watch. So if you are one of the people who enjoyed it, you cannot afford to skip this upcoming season. Then at number 6, we got Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You Season 2. 2 years have passed since our two main characters met on a fateful snowy night. After their previous home burned down, the lovey-dovey couple is now residing in a bathhouse, and they cherish every single moment they have together, supporting each other in everything. Both of them are in the honeymoon phase of their relationship, and they do everything together. Get your goddamn mind out of the gutter. This isn't that type of show, you asshole. You ain't gonna see that type of thing here. Moving forward, their affection for each other only grows. However, the mystery surrounding them, will it lead the couple into a bunch of difficulties, or will the couple's love blossom even further? If you guys are looking for an awesome romantic anime this season, you better not miss this one. Next at number 5, we got Skip To Loafer. Excellent student Iwakura Mitsumi has always dreamt about leaving her small town, going to a prestigious university, and making a positive change in the world. If this doesn't remind you of Mitsuha from Your Name, I don't know what will. But unlike her, she's so focused on reaching her goals that she's not even prepared for the very difficult and overwhelming city life that awaits her in a Tokyo high school. But surprisingly, she makes fast friends with Sosuke, a handsome dude. Can this naive country girl make it big in Tokyo with a handsome dude by her side? Watch it to figure it out. This show is looking like it's going to be a pretty enjoyable slice of life in high school anime. And just like Insomniacs after school, my anime senses are telling me that this is going to be one good anime. So better watch out for it. Next at number 4, we have Heavenly Delusion. Let me ask you this. What would you get if you mixed The Promised Neverland and Attack on Titan and created a whole new show with it? Well, the answer is Heavenly Delusion. Being surrounded by walls, children are raised in a nursery-style setting made by robots. While life there may appear stable on the surface, the children are full of potential and curiosity. The nursery feels like a slice of heaven compared to the post-apocalyptic world outside of the walls. It is almost entirely void of anything mechanical and is now inhabited by bizarre yet powerful supernatural beings. What will happen to the kids and the world is what the show is going to deal with. This show feels really dark and depressing if you ask me, but the animation looks really good, and this is one which simply nobody can miss. Whether you are a fan of this genre or not, you cannot miss this show. Now bringing us to the top 3, Dr. Stone New World. One of the most anticipated shows of the spring season. Dr. Stone New World is finally here. The 3rd season is expected to cover the Age of Exploration arc and the Treasure Island arc. The first episode, though, was far from being flashy or shocking and felt more like a preface, still settling the necessary elements for the main cast's voyage across the Pacific Ocean. The animation and other stuff are absolutely awesome, as usual. Without spoiling anything, this new season of Dr. Stone will definitely impress the fans, and they are definitely going to watch it. And if somehow you are one of those unfortunate souls who hasn't happened upon the show yet, well, stop wasting your time here. Go catch up to it. And our runners-up are one of the most anticipated anime of not just spring 2023, but 2023 as a whole. It is Hell's Paradise, an adaptation of the manga with the same name. This fantasy show follows the story of a legendary ninja, Gabimaru, the Hollow. This man is famously known for killing his enemies in the most brutal ways. But after being betrayed by his comrades and arrested for his actions, he is given a rare chance to escape his execution and go back to his loving wife. But for that, he has to travel to an unknown place to retrieve the elixir of immortality. But on that paradise-looking island, dangers await that is nothing less than hell. Will he be able to get his life back, or will he die trying? The manga is written by one of the former assistants of Tatsuki Fujimoto, the same guy who created Chainsaw Man. If that wasn't enough, the one, the only, MAPPA Studios is going to handle the animation for the show. So don't you even dare try to skip this one. Now go watch it. But the most anticipated anime for this season is Oshi No Ko, or also known as My Star. Now, just to be clear, this is an idol anime, but don't you dare underestimate this. 16-year-old Ai Hoshino is a talented and gorgeous, beautiful idol who is adored by her fans. She is the personification of a pure young maiden, but this show tells you what happens behind all that, the struggles and threats an idol has to face. It may look like a really happy-go-lucky anime at first, but what it's holding inside is something so dark that you can't even imagine. Even if you do not go prepared for the first episode, which is nearly as long as a goddamn movie, you are going to come out crying like a literal baby. The songs, animation, voice acting, everything else is simply jaw-dropping. The manga from which the show is adapted from is one of the most appreciated ones out there. And if that's not enough for you to watch it, let me tell you, it beat Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood's rating on my anime list with only its first episode, and is now the highest rated anime ever. So do what you will with that info, but please don't sleep on this one. Well, I guess that's it for today, guys. Before you leave, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. It really means a lot to us. Again, if you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and press on that bell icon. It set us all to be notified about all our latest new videos. And please, leave a comment on which animes you are looking forward to watching this season from this list. And also, don't forget to share your own list. I would love to see it. And this is just my list of anime I am going to watch this season. I might have forgotten to add some other anime to this list, so if there is, please let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to check it out. If there are too many of them, then who knows, there might be a separate video for this as well. But as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.